There is a chance of asking one question about pedigree analysis in NEET. Imagine father has a genetic disease, mother also has same disease. What is the possibility of getting the disease in the next generation? Probably 100%. On the other hand, is there any chance of finding disease in the child when both father and mother are phenotypically normal? Father has no disease, mother has no disease. Can the child have disease, genetic disease? Yes, there is chance of autosomal recessive disease. Probably parent has capital A small a genotype, capital A small a genotype. Heterozygous, dominant allele will suppress recessive allele. Therefore, parents are normal. No thalassemia, no cystic fibrosis, no Tay-Sachs disease, no autosomal recessive. This is autosomal recessive. How does the child suffer from disease? This child has combination of allele. Can you guess? Small a, small a. Both the alleles are in recessive condition. Therefore, the child has disease. Parents don't have that disease, autosomal recessive disease. So you can recognize pedigree chart of autosomal recessive disease. What would be the genotype of other children? Capital A, small a, or capital A, capital A. Capital A, small a. Capital A, small a, because this child has the disease. Okay. Autosomal recessive disease can appear in child even if the parents do not have that disease, because parents may have heterozygous condition. On the other hand, this is autosomal, this one, autosomal dominant. How do you recognize this pedigree chart, autosomal dominant chart? Look at 3 generations, first generation, second generation, third generation. In every generation there is disease. Either one male or one female. There is only a chance of combination of alleles. In dominant allele is responsible for the disease. It means this genotype is responsible for disease, or it can be like heterozygous. One dominant allele is enough. Imagine the child has this genotype, normal. This is the reverse of what we have understood in that autosomal recessive. Okay, this is defective type. This individual cannot have capital A, capital A. If this individual has capital A, then everyone will get disease. So small a, normal. Then the genotype has to be small a, small a, small a, small a, small a, because these 3 children are normal. Small a, capital A, small a, small a, small a, small a, small a. That's how we recognize pedigree chart of autosomal dominant. Now this is not given in your textbook. Guess what is this? This pedigree chart would be true with respect to hemophilia and color blindness. Both hemophilia and color blindness are X-linked recessive. How do you confirm that? X-linked recessive by looking at this pedigree chart. Let's go to genotype of the parent. XX female, right? Defective male, XY. But I indicate the defective gene over here, let it be small c or small h. Y chromosome doesn't have any corresponding allele. X and Y are not homologous. So gene is located on X chromosome, that is X linked only. these two chromosomes don't have any gene. I mean, there are many functional genes, but there is no defective gene with respect to these two. Genes are normal. Okay, normal clotting, normal ability to distinguish between colors. No issues. Now, what happens in the next generation? There is no chance of any such X-linked disorder in the next generation. Why? Check this and this XX combination, this individual is male. The combination should be XY, normal. One X from female, Y from male. No allele, recessive allele. This X chromosome is normal allele, therefore normal phenotype, no disease. Then this child probably can have combination X and X small h, but still that girl is normal because there is normal allele on the X chromosome. One X chromosome is normal allele, that is enough. It will suppress the expression of recessive allele. Heterozygous carrier, but phenotypically normal. Now this son can have only that chance of XY combination. X from here, normal X, Y, okay, combination. No issues, no disease. Then this daughter will have X from father, X from mother. That means one X has recessive allele. When this daughter is married to normal man, XY, man would be normal or abnormal. But X chromosome doesn't have any defective gene. That's why XY combination. Now what will be the chance of disease in the next generation? See, this son can have a combination of X, this Y, normal, X, daughter, normal. One X chromosome will have recessive allele, whereas this son will have a combination of this X and Y. Now the phenotype of this son changes. Okay. There is the expression of recessive allele in the absence of dominant allele, corresponding dominant allele. This phenomenon is called pseudo-dominance. It's a hemizygous condition. How did this son collect this defective gene, X chromosome? Another one is Y. There is no other chromosome, dominant gene to suppress the expression of this. Therefore, there is defect. So, this type of X-linked recessive is more common in male than female. How did this son collect this defective gene, defective chromosome? It has come from mother. Mother has received from father. So, the chromosome has come from grandfather to grandson. See, this chromosome has come from grandfather through heterozygous daughter. It is skip generation, crisscross. This is X-linked recessive. It can't be autosomal recessive. It can't be autosomal dominant or any other type. X-linked recessive, definite. Just by seeing this pedigree, you can say that. Okay, I have taken another pedigree chart. Mother has disease. Father has no disease. Well, all children have got disease. Father has disease. Mother has no disease. Nobody has disease. Is it X-linked? Is it autosomal dominant recessive? No, it's quite different from what we have studied in those three types of inheritance. Then how do you explain this? Probably mother is responsible for transferring defective allele to all the children. How will the gene go from mother to all children? That is possible only in this case. This is not clearly given in your textbook. Cytoplasmic inheritance, chloroplast inheritance. Inheritance of gene through chloroplast or mitochondria. Maternal inheritance. Mitochondria have defective gene. Those genes are transferred to both daughter and sons. Because during syngamy, sperm will not donate mitochondria. Mitochondria of zygote are 100% maternal. Therefore, defective genes are carried from mother to children, mother to children, mother to children. Father has defective mitochondria. That's all right, because the zygote will not receive that mitochondria. That will not go to next generation. Nobody will have that disease. So this is called maternal inheritance. In plants, it is cytoplasmic or inheritance of character through chloroplast. Okay, the other parent will not have any role in that. So what have you understood in this video? Pedigree analysis, significance of pedigree analysis. In this pedigree analysis, by seeing pedigree chart, we will understand whether it is dominant or recessive, X-linked or Y-linked or autosomal. Secondly, we can predict the chance of the same in the next generation. That's the significance part.